Hello and welcome back to Minecraft Direwolf20 pack. Alright, so we got ourselves set up with some true ore doubling. We've got a gas burning generator that is currently actually turned off. I can turn it back on for a few. There we go. And we'll turn that back off again and let it do its thing. Excellent. Why are you're dumping that excess? Are you filling up? No. What is going on here that is preventing you from doing things? I am not sure. This should be... Oh, you know what? Are you... Oh, you're off. There we go. Okay, that was turned off. That was the problem. Anyway, we got that going on. We, of course, got our coke oven. Ooh, we should, do a little something there real quick while we're doing this. But we're going to step away from Mechanism for a couple of episodes, mainly because we are going to need more resources in order to continue. And I don't just mean a few more resources. We're getting into steps that's going to require a lot more resources. And I've been kind of letting this guy run a little bit, but rather than just let that run and, kind of hope that stuff gets, done. And I've got this osmium on me, so I should probably toss that in there. I'm gonna do some other things while we wait for resources to accumulate. So, we're gonna... Actually, you know what? Let's clear some of this stuff out of my inventory. Just so we don't have to have it in the way. We'll keep the buckets. The rest of that can go for now. There we go. A nice, relatively clean inventory. Okay. So one of the mods that was added relatively recently, I would say in the last patch, or in the last update. However, there has been another update since then, but it was just bug fixes. Is Botania. Now, because it's been added, we obviously don't have any Botania flowers in any of the chunks that we've already loaded. Fortunately, however, I don't necessarily have to go spawn new chunks in order to get Botania flowers, because there is floral fertilizer. This is the answer to our problems. We need some bone meal, and we need pretty much any colored dye. Now, fortunately, beetroot can be turned into red dye. So we should be able to just be like, hey, look, there's some red dye. And we'll get a little bit of floral fertilizer right off the bat. That, of course, can regrow. The one thing that might be a little challenging is the bone meal, but we have some bones. Now, let's see. What is the best way to turn you into bone meal? Alright, so there is, of course, the standard 3 out of 1. Let's see. That's mill. What is the mill going to do? It's going to give 3 a chance on white dye and a chance on additional bone meal. That's not bad. Let's see. What else do we got? Crushing macerator material. Sag mill. Ooh, sag mill is going to give 6 and have a chance for 2 more? That's even better. And do we have more? Do we have more than this? That's going to only give white dye. Okay, looks like the sag mill is our answer here. So let's pop this one in. We will get the most out of it that we can. We got 12 out of 1 bone. That is pretty darn good. All right, we're going to put 2 in there. We're going to do that. And we're going to have a couple of floral fertilizer. So let's come over here. Let's clear up the area just a little bit. I'm not sure exactly how big the area is that it'll spawn in, but you do need it clear of other things. Otherwise, it's not gonna, do it efficiently. So we'll just kind of clear this area out a little bit more. Alright, that looks good to me. Let's get that out of my hand. Let's get that out of my hand. Alright. Here we go. Floral fertilizer, and bam! Alright, we got 3 flowers. Bam! We got 4 more flowers. None of these are the ones that we need. However, one of the things about these is that you can, in fact, take the petals and turn them into dye. So it is possible to just use them to get more floral fertilizer, so long as you have the bone meal to go along with it. As it stands, though, I believe I have some more beets sitting around, and there is no reason to not just use them, since we can grow more. And it's not like we've really been using them for much anyway. I think maybe they're over... Well, there's one. But for the most part, I think they are over in the cave. I think I have a few harvests worth over here. Let's see. I could use the lapis, but that's a limited resource. I could have sort... Oh, there we go. Okay, I had 5. That's not all that many. Alright, let's see. What else do we got here? We've got some space to throw some of this crap, right? Alright, there's flowers. There's some more of that yeast there. Alright, so we got some flowers. We've got 4 types of flowers. There are 16, I believe. And the one we need the most of currently is the white, which we did not get at all. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to do 1, 2 again. No, we won't have enough for 2, so we're going to have 1. We're going to have 1. You know, there might be a more efficient way to do the beets, too, now that I'm thinking about it. Let's get our 1. Boop. Alright, let's see. We got a yellow, a cyan, another purple, and a pink. Now, all of these are going to be useful in their own ways. It's just a matter of exactly how. Now, you know what? Let's take a quick peek and see if there is a better way of making this red dye. Alright, so... obviously, we can get it from beets. Yes. Alright. What else do we got? Milling. Can the mill... The mill turns the beets into 2. That would have been better. What about the sag mill? Ooh, alloy smelting? Really? Clay and eggs? No. Sag mill. Sag mill does not accept the beet. Okay. What about... anything else, really? Enrichment chamber makes 2. Okay. Paint machine. Red pigment. Yeah, about that. Okay. So it looks like either the mill or the enrichment chamber is the way to go. That gives us a chance at seeds, which we don't necessarily need. Alright, so I guess we'll be sticking it in the enrichment chamber from now on. I think we're out of beets. Alright. Well, I'm going to look into some alternate dyes to use, and we'll be right back once I have basically, you know, another solution for more floral fertilizer. Alright, I am back. I have just decided to come pick up a bunch of these dandelions that are, you know, kind of sitting around. Figure that'll give me plenty of dye so long as I, you know, use them efficiently. Really? What are you doing over here? Aren't you supposed to spawn in the death trap? Alright, I'm going away from that thing. I don't want you here. Go away. Nobody likes you. Alright, so I should be able to pop these guys in here and get yellow dye out at an increased rate. So there was 22. We'll keep track. There were 22 dandelions that went in. We're going to give this just a few minutes to kind of do this. I've turned all this stuff back on again. I'm kind of letting stuff run. That osmium is done. We could always, like, let that smelt up. That's the sag mill. Don't mind me just kind of doing a couple of things in the background. Alright. What else do we got? Anything? Oh, you know, I should probably check this, too. Yeah, you could use some more coal, but you're not, like, desperate for it yet. We want to make sure that laser keeps running, which we're really going to need a better power source, but we're not focusing on that today. We're not focusing on that today. That looks like it's done. 44. Yeah, it doubled the amount of dye. So that should get me another 11 floral fertilizer, which will hopefully be enough to get what we need. Let's see. I am going to need, however, a bit more of the bone meal, because I only have 9 left. Alright, let's see if we get lucky this time, because anything more than 6 is a chance. We only got 6. That's fine. It is still double the 3 we would be getting by hand. Alright, so we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and we're going to have 11 of these guys. Just like that. Alright, let's see what we get. You can kind of do this. It will work around. It's just obviously there is a point where that fails. Oh, looks like we've gotten what we need to advance further, so that's good. Alright, there we go. Let's kind of get these guys all picked up, see exactly what we got. Looks like we got 3 of these white, which should be plenty to get started. I think we needed 2 to get started. And of course, there are other solutions too. In point of fact, let me make... Do I have shears? I don't think I have shears. Let me make some shears. Yeah, let's make some shears. Just 2 iron ingots. Boop, boop. I have shears. And I'm gonna take... Let's see. Let's make sure that we're gonna get the petals at the optimum rate. Oh, they've changed the shape of the petals. Neat. So that gets us 2. And it doesn't look like anything else is really going to get us any. So, alright, so just that. So let's go ahead. We're going to take these 2. And now, I think I can do that and that. Hit them with bone meal. And then I have to harvest with the shears. And these are the tall ones, each get us 4. So that is basically what it is. As long as we keep at least 1 petal of each color, we'll have enough. So let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We don't have all the colors yet, unfortunately. But we have plenty of them, so that at least is good. Let's go ahead and just dump most of these flowers in here. I've got those petals I need, so that should do for the moment. We are going to need some seeds, which I believe I shoved a bunch in here somewhere. There we go, wheat seeds, that'll do. I know it recognizes those, because they are vanilla. Alright, what else do we got? Right, we're going to need some cobblestone. We're going to need some cobblestone slabs. And now I don't actually remember what the shape is. So let's take a quick peek. We are going to go at Botania. And we need the petal apothecary. Okay, so it does take 1 of the petals. Alright. Oh, and it doesn't take that anymore. Alright, well, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. And we're going to take this outside. We are going to put this next to our little infinite pool here because it needs to be filled with water. So we'll put you there. We will have our bucket. Remember, I said we were going to need that. Alright, and let's see here. I believe it is 1, 2, 3, 4. And we should be able to just... 2, 3, 4. And it needs seeds. Boop. Seed. There we go. We got ourselves a pure daisy. Alrighty. So the pure daisy is the between the Pure Daisy and that Petal Apothecary, this is the basis of Botania. I'm going to set you here. And we're going to need to start getting a few things. It's generally a good idea to get 2 of those. I'm going to start with 1. We're going to grab 8 wood, because we're going to start with the wood. There's wood and there is stone that this is useful for. Of course, it's useful for a few other things as well, but these are the basics. I should have some stone somewhere. Yeah, right here. Oh, no, that's andesite. I had some regular stone, because I was... Yeah, there we go. I was picking it up with the Silk Touch, because it's the hammer, so it was getting everything around it as well. Oh, come on, son. Stay up long enough for this to go. We're actually going to watch this do its thing. As you can see, there's all these little particle effects. Look at that. Something's happening. I don't know if you guys noticed, and this is about halfway through the episode now, but I've turned up my mic a little bit. So if I'm peaking, I'm sorry. Because the reason I had it lower is because I was peaking, and I guess we're going to do this episode and see if it's happened. But someone in the comments said that my mic was a little low, so we're going to try it again. Alright, here we go. Bam. Living wood logs. Just like that. Now we're going to pick these up. We're going to set down the stone. And we're going to go sleep because the sun is going down. At least it gave us time to do the wood. Here we go. Do. Get through the night, just like so. Alright, and as you can see, we've got the little particle effects going on again. It'll do its thing as well. Let's eat something. Nom nom nom. Okay. So, what do we do with this? That's a good question. What do we do with this? Well, there's a lot of things. There are, in fact, a lot of things to do with it. We're going to wait for this, however, because I would very much like to have my stone as well. There are things that we just flat out need to do. Like, no long and short of it, there are things that are required to get this mod a-running. And they start with these items. Alright, here we go. Living rock. Now, 1 batch should be enough to get us just barely started. So we're not going to worry about getting... Well, Nah, we're not going to worry about getting more on the go just yet. Okay, so we are going to need a few things. Let us take a look through here. We are going to need a mana spreader. Alright, so that takes copper this time around, huh? Alright, so we got these logs, we've got a petal, and we got a copper ingot. That's not terrible. We are going to need a mana pool. That is just some living rock. There we go. See, just like I said, you need both. And then we are going to need some sort... Sorry about the cough. So we are going to need some sort of mana-generating flower. They change the names on these occasionally, so I'm just going to kind of tab through. Hydrangea. Now, usually the endoflame here is the first one. So we need brown, light gray, and red. Alright, we will check that out in a minute. Let's get these other items first. Now, I need a piece of copper. Bam. Alright, we're going to go living wood. We are going to go copper, and we are going to use that guy right there, mana spreader. We are going to take our living rock. We're going to make our mana pool. Bam, just like so. Beautiful. Alright. So let's see. I think... I can never remember which direction it needs to go. But it's a case of... either the mana spreader is first or the flower is first. I think I'm going to try the mana spreader being first, because I don't want to have to make my wand just yet. You are backwards. There we go. Alright, so that is pointing at the mana pool. That is good, so we'll be able to put some endo flames around. Let me real quick here see about a little more, a couple more of these. I just want to make sure I don't run out of these white ones. So we're going to do this again. Here we go. Make a whole bunch of them. Excellent. All right. Just kind of trying to make sure I don't run out. All right, so brown, we have plenty of brown. There was red. We only have the one red, so we're going to need a bit more bone meat. Oh, we got one right here. All right. Yeah, we'll do one. What we will do is we will convert you into the petal. We will plant one of the petal, because we're going to need the other one for other things. And bam, there we go. You can convert into more petals. We can get back to you later. Alright, bam, and there you go. Okay. We needed brown and red, and what was the other thing? Light gray. That might prove interesting. Light gray. Do we have light gray? We do. Again, only the one, though. Do I have any more bone meal already around? No, I'm going to have to convert another bone. Which does bring to mind the fact that there is another mod we need to get into before we get back to mechanism. But that's okay. That'll be another episode. Alright. Light gray. We're going to do the same thing we just did with the red. Can I do it in here? I can. There we go. Alright. We need the one. Good, good, good. Alright, that should do it there. Let's go ahead and get our flour made. Despite the rain. Curse you, rain. Oh, I guess the rain filled up the petal apothecary. I've never seen that happen before. Alright, so let's dump you, the two of you, and there should be a seed. Bam. Endoflame. So I think if I place this down close enough to the mana spreader, it'll automatically connect. You need to leave a little bit of space around these flowers, so they don't particularly like, they don't like running, like, next to each other and stuff. So, alright, let's grab, I'm going to grab 9, and I'm going to hit K, and convert that to a charcoal block. Because I don't want to have to feed this, and it'll only grab one item at a time, but it'll use the full burn time as, normal. So what we'll do is we'll just toss this down. It should grab that. And now this guy. There we go. And we have a little bit of mana in our mana pool. And that's going to run the whole time, produce that. So we should be able to get a few more, get this running a little bit quicker. There is a max amount it can handle at a time, but that's going to be like, I think 5 is fine. I don't recall exactly. So I can get more of those made. We can do exactly the same thing we just did. It will be fine. The mana is our next major step. And there are going to be tons of things we can do with this. Not the least of which is going to be some good equipment. I very much want that. Want the decent sash, because there's these sashes that basically increase your movement speed and your other movement abilities without just going straight to like, oh, I can fly, things like that. Let's see. Can we actually see it? That would be good. There's a couple versions of it. The top end is not something we're probably going to get to. I'm not immediately seeing it, but it'll be here somewhere. Actually, you know what? Can I just go... I think it's called a sash. Yeah, there they are. Sojourner's Sash is the simple one. Of course, we need to get to the runes for that. That'll be our next major thing. Globetrotter is going to require Elementium. That's further beyond. And then the Plane Striders, which is actually looks easier. The Globetrotters is the hard one because it requires the Gaia Spirit. And, that's a fight I don't want to do. I'll tell you that right now. It's a boss fight that every time the mod gets updated, they like patch out easy ways of doing the fight. And this mod has been around for a while. Alright, so the next real step, and we're going to have to see if we have enough mana. We probably don't yet. But if not, we'll come back. But the next major step is going to be Mana Steel. And I'm only going to do one on camera here at the moment. But there's Mana Steel, Mana Powder, and Mana Pearls, which are done with the Ender Pearl. Okay, there is enough. There we go. We got Mana Steel. And this, of course, has many uses. We can make armor out of it, which, if you have a mana tablet in your inventory... Oh, there's also the... Oh, shoot. There is also, the mana gems. You can make them from diamonds and stuff. If you have a mana tablet in your inventory, it will repair itself. So we'll probably be replacing most of our armor with it, because I think the Mana Steel is... Now, the Mana Steel is the equivalent of iron. It's the Terra Steel that gets bigger, better, badder. Runic Altar is our next major step along the way, and as you can see, we could theoretically do that pretty much now. The main issue is having, you know, the mana income to do it. So what I am going to do... Let's see, we can actually do this with a mana diamond. Let's sleep real quick. Unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with these dudes outside, which is not going to be fun. Can I could do this. Here we go. Get out of here. Means we're probably going to want to deal with these two as well. Oh, three. Well, I got hit. Time to go all in. Balls to the wall, then. I was trying to avoid getting actually hit because it drops this bad omen buff on you, which means we can't go over to the village for anything for a while. Unless I go get milk. But, you know, we're not dealing with that right now. Ominous Banner. Yes, yes. Alright. Where were we? Oh, yeah, we were going to do a mana diamond. And make the Runic Altar so that we can just kind of do some stuff off camera to get more efficient. So I need a diamond. I should have plenty. Yeah, there we go. A diamond. Yeah. Mana diamond. I don't have enough. Alright, I will come back in just a minute. I'm going to make some more of the living rock. I will wait until we have enough mana, come back, and then we will wrap up. Alright, and only about the time it took to process another batch of living rock, we got ourselves enough for a mana diamond. There we go, mana diamond. Let's get this made into a runic altar, and then wrap things up. Alright, so I believe it was this. There we go, runic altar. We can just bop over here. Now, we're going to need another mana spreader. I'll make that in between. But we are going to go ahead and just be like, I want to put it on top of a block here. I could put a piece of cobblestone down. There we go. I want to put it here. That way I can do a similar setup to this and just have a mana spreader right there that I think I will actually need my wand to link to the mana pool. I think. We'll deal with that in the next episode, however. All right. We took the time to stop and smell the flowers by starting Botania. I'm going to get some more stuff made in between, just stuff we've already made, duplicates of things. And we will come back next episode and hopefully get ourselves at least some decent equipment out of this setup. Yeah, that'll do it. So, until next time, have a good one.